This
Very bad
conference will
connection.
now be recorded.
Okay, now it is getting recorded. Okay, so guys who are listening to the videos, yeah, we just went gave a quick recap. Now we are actually discussing about the sixth phase, which is the delivery and maintenance phase. There are two activities that happen. One is the delivery and one is the maintenance. Okay, maintenance. Okay, so maintenance. So delivery, now the product is ready, right? Okay, so in the coding phase, the coding has happened. Okay, the source code has been developed. Okay, in the testing phase, we have nicely tested it and make sure it is totally defect free, because the outcome, okay, the final outcome or the final proof of the testing phase is the quality product, right? Quality defect product, defect free product. Okay, now you got a defect free product. Now what you will do, the source code, okay, the source code, okay, so which was actually, okay, build one, okay, once the coding phase is done, after the testing phase you might have multiple builds like build 2, okay, and build t and build 4, okay, because the testing teams will be raising the defects and the development team will be fixing the defects, which means that the source code will change, which means that the build number will also change. So let's say after build 4, after build 4, okay, everything, the testing is completed and build 4 is the build 4 is your, okay, defect free, okay, defect free quality product. Defect free quality product is your build 4. Now with this build 4, with this build 4, okay, you wanted to deliver to your client. Okay, you wanted to deliver to your client. Okay, so let's say Infosys is the company who is developing the product. Okay, and the client is ICICI, and the client is ICICI. Who is the client? Client is the ICICI. Okay, now what happens? Somebody from Infosys go ahead, go ahead, take this last build which was there, which is build 4, or he take the source code which has been properly tested, and he will go and deliver. He is gonna go and deliver to the ICICI. Okay, sir, Kuman sir, is there in a role, a person with a particular role will do this particular thing? Yes, not a tester will not go do this delivery. What do you say? This managers will not go do this delivery, or developers will not go do delivery. Who might be doing this delivery? Any idea? IT engineers, Sachin, all of them are IT engineers, brother. Testers, developers, managers, everybody. Business analyst,
DevOps team.
Radhik, DevOps team, the development operational right now, maybe, I don't know. But there is a special name for this. Okay, DevOps team, is these days DevOps team is doing it? Not sure, brother. Okay, I'll have to check on that. Okay, but DevOps is operations. Okay, is a development and operations. Mm, maybe. Okay, this is a new role, so they might be doing it. But again, generally, there is somebody called a deployment engineers, okay, or installation engineers. Okay, so usually when I was working, these are the people, or these are the guys who will go and deliver this product. Okay, the product, the defective free product to your client. Okay, assuming that this project is for ICICI Bank and Infosys is actually developing and testing this particular project. So after the testing is done, the final build will be delivered to ICICI, and who is going to do it? The deployment engineers or the installation engineers. Okay, so what is the difference between an installation and deployment? um, I don't want to get into that areas, because it will become little technical and people will be little, skeptical and worried and say, oh my god, there's too many of technical things. Okay, but maybe at the end of the course, some once you start feeling good about all these IT slang, I might explain the difference between an installation and a deployment. Okay, but there is a difference. Okay, certain products you install it like you install on your computers, right? Okay, so those kind of things are installations. Deployment is more like, you have the servers on which the code is deployed. Okay, there is certain difference. Again, we will cover that at the later point of time. But anyways, okay, whether it is deployment or installation, what you are doing is you are taking this piece of code and making sure that it is it is um, it is installed or deployed on your client environment. Okay, so all this while in the Infosys systems itself, or in the Infosys environment, or in the dev environment or testing environment, this particular code is being tested, this particular code is being developed. But the actual thing, the code should go into the production environment. Okay, the actual code which is your build for, okay, should go into the production environment. Okay, so Kumar sir, you said three things here: testing environment, okay, development environment, okay, and production environment. Please mute yourself, guys. There's a lot of background noise. Okay, so these three things, when the time comes, I'll 100% explain this. But there are certain things, I'll try to restrain, using that, but somehow I have to use it. I'm using it. I really don't wanted to use this term production environment at this point of time, because I haven't introduced the term called environment, and I haven't introduced the term called production. Definitely you will not be able to understand. Okay, but don't try to understand production environment or any of these environments. Try to think in this way. Okay, try to think in this way. All the testing and development has happened in an environment which is created by Infosys, or maybe given by ICICI to Infosys, but it's not the real servers, it's not the real machines, okay, where this build is deployed or where this build is there. But the real environment on which the actual code should go, actual code this build for should go, that will be there with the ICICI, and these deployment engineers or installation engineers will try to do that. Okay, install on the actual environment or install on the actual in ICICI related. I would have to use the word environment. So much ever I don't wanted to use it, I have to use it. Okay, but think it in this way, layman's language. Okay, what I would say is, okay, a cricket match. Okay, in the cricket match, the players will be playing, I would say, in the nets. Okay, that is more like you're doing this testing and development is happening in the nets. Okay, then when in the real match on the real pitch, the people will go and then start playing the real game. That is your production environment. Okay, so are you clear, guys? Don't try to understand too deep technical into these environments, because I will explain this in detail maybe 3 days from now. But try to understand that 3 or 4 days from now. But try to understand it this way. Let's say there is a cricket match. You are playing in the nets, okay, which is not the actual match. That is more like, your testing and development is happening in the lower level environments or lower places. But once the delivery is doing, the actual thing is, the actual code is going into that actual environment. Once the actual code goes into the actual environment, which we call it as production environment, now you, me, everybody can start, all the customers of ICICI can now start accessing it. Okay, so think it about this way. Instead of ICICI, let's say this is WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp. Okay, you have a WhatsApp, I have a WhatsApp, everybody has a WhatsApp. Let's say it's an old WhatsApp 5 years back. Only messaging is there. Okay, now WhatsApp has given the contract to Infosys to develop, okay, to develop the uh, to make the changes to the WhatsApp and add voice call as well. Now all this is being done. What is done? Coding is done, testing is done, everything is done, but it is done not in the actual environment, in the lower level environment. Now the delivery and maintenance phase is happening. Once the delivery is there, in this phase, the deployment engineers, installation engineers, now they will go to the WhatsApp company or access the WhatsApp production environment and deploy this piece of code. Now once this code is deployed, now I or somebody like, Kamini or Koteshwari or Renuka or Aruna, now they can start using the calls option as well on WhatsApp. But once this code build for is there only in the testing environment or then with dev environment, somebody like say Aruna will not be able to use this call features because it is not there in the production environment. Okay, but now what has installation engineers or development deployment engineers has done, that piece of code that you have developed for code for calling, they have deployed it in the production environment of WhatsApp. Now Aruna can actually start calling the people, because it is now, once it is deployed into production or installed into production or made available, the code is going into production. Now Aruna or Renuka or Nandini, anybody can now start using the call feature. Now they can start using the call feature. But that piece of code which has the calling feature, which is built for, if it is there in the testing environment or development environment, Renuka or Nandini will not be able to use the call feature. But once that is going into the production environment, okay, now Renuka and Nandini can start using the the calling feature. Are you able to understand, guys? Are you able to understand? But again, I'll explain in detail what is the production environment, testing and development environment. For that, I have to explain what is the servers and all that. But let's not get into it at this point of time. I'll save it for the maybe at the next point of time. I don't want it to break the SDLC. Are you clear, guys? At least on the high level, what is happening in the delivery phase? Again, as a software tester, you need not to understand in depth, each and everything, all that. We are discussing about SDLC, not the testing thing. Okay, try to understand on the high level. Okay, try to understand on the high level. I'm asking all the 44 people, are you clear, at least understood on the high level when I said the code went into production, or the code is going into production? At least you understood this part when I said the code went into production environment. Yeah, once the code went into production environment, then all the customers of that particular product can start accessing those features, can start using those features. Okay, are we clear, guys? Are we clear? But Kumar sir, what is this production environment? What is this dev environment? What is this testing environment? Are there other environments other than three? Yes. What are those? We will discuss in detail at the later point of time. Okay. But what happens is, sometimes once the code went into production environment, then the defects or the bugs that you haven't seen in the testing environment or the develop environment, or the defects or the bugs that you haven't seen earlier in the testing phase, they might they might come out. This happens. Then you as an Infosys employee, now the deployment engineers, okay, will go contact the testing team. The testing team will not accept those right away. The testing team of Infosys now tell to the WhatsApp that earlier we have tested it properly, there were no defects, but now in the production environment the defects have come out. We will check it for ourselves, then we will go check it, and then we will go to the testing environment where you have done the actual testing, and you go and double check over there, and you make sure that in the production it is built for, in the testing environment also it is built for. If everything is same, then you say that in the production environment itself something is wrong, or there is some issue in the testing environment. Then you will ask the developers or somebody else to do further analysis to tell them that there is no problem with the build or the code or the source code, but there is a problem with the environment, because the same source code or the same build in the testing environment you don't have an issue, but the same source code in the production environment you have the issue. Okay, then you will do the further analysis, and you leave it out to the people to understand what is the difference between the environments and why those issues are coming out. Okay, so that will happen eventually, Rohit, but code might not have to be changed. Okay, but the environment, some issues could be with the environment which they have to fix. Okay, which they have to fix. Again, guys, this is very technical, or finding it very difficult, whatever I'm asking, whatever I'm teaching. I want to hear from all the 43. I see some people leaving. Okay, I want you to understand. I want to understand, is this too difficult for you to understand whatever I'm teaching? Radhika says no. Aruna says no. I want to hear from all of you. Okay.
No, sir.
No, na? Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, and without any too much of technical jargon, and then in totally layman's language. But there are still, I have to use certain things which I cannot do it. Jaydeep says, please talk about build and deployment. So Jaydeep, it is out of scope. Once I start talking about that, right, people will be overwhelmed, trust me. Okay, so maybe, at least we will cover what is important for testing first, like STLC, writing the test cases, what is the difference between test scenario and test case, what is a test plan. Once we cover those things, right, then I will come to these things like build and deployment. Yesterday I've spoken about build, Jaydeep. Okay, so please refer to yesterday's class to at least understand, the build. But deployment, I'll talk about it when I discuss about the environments. Okay, little bit. Okay, so Subramaniam, try to connect on the mobile phone if the net has the issues. Okay, on the mobile phone it will require little less internet, so it might come out well. Okay, and I tried to zoom this one. Okay, trying to zoom this one. Okay, now maintenance. Okay, so don't you think you purchased a TV? Okay, don't you think there is a maintenance or bicycle, right? How many of you are using bicycles? Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, or bike. Okay, bike means like two-wheelers. Okay, like two-wheelers or four-wheelers, or four-wheelers like cars or whatever it is. Okay, so how many of you are using maybe a bicycle or a two-wheeler or four-wheeler? Maybe you might not be driving, at least in your home you have it, right? Okay, so you purchase it for once and they runs forever, or there is some maintenance like 3 months, you oil changes. Okay, brake, some what do you call this, like, uh, quarterly maintenance, you call it as maintenance only, na? Okay, I'm just asking. Servicing. Okay, don't you do the servicing, guys, once you purchase this? Yeah, for a bicycle, I mean, you have a bike, don't you need a servicing like every 3 months or 6 months? Like there will be oil changes, he will be checking the brake, he
Yes,
will be
yes, sir.
checking so many things. Or you
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
four-wheeler, then the cost will hurt you. Okay, if you're going with Maruti, every 6 months 5,000, but if you're going with Hyundai or something like that, every 6 months, 10,000 to 15,000 servicing. So servicing is what? Maintenance, right? Servicing is nothing but maintenance, right? Don't you think so? Right? Okay, so
Yeah, yes.
in general, brother, you buy a mixie, even a mixie, right? After five, I understand. I hope you understand when I say mixie, like a mixer grinder is what I'm saying. Okay, so I don't know in different parts of the states. In Hyderabad, we call it as a mixie. Okay, even if you purchase that, for every 2 to 3 months or 5 months, something will be broken. We have to go fix it. Even a rice cooker, right? You have to have a maintenance, that watcher or whatever they're calling. Okay, if you have cooked it for yourself, I've cooked, when I was in US, I used to cook for myself. That watcher used to go all the time, wherein you have to purchase a new watcher at least once in a year or once in 6 months. So whichever product it is, brother, there are maintenance for that. Okay, there is a maintenance for that. You cannot say that I have coded it, and I have tested it and I have delivered it, my job is done. No, that will never happen. There will be a maintenance for everything. And even for this source code, even for this piece of code that you have developed, okay, or I would say the application that you have developed, that one also have the maintenance. Do you agree? No, not. Okay, do you agree there should be a maintenance, guys? There should be a
Yeah,
maintenance.
yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is not something, which I'm not talking about something which is, not happening in the real world. Everything happens in the real world. The same thing happens with the IT world. That's what I wanted to tell. Okay, that is the point that I wanted to make when I try to take these silly examples of rice cooker, or sorry, mixer, or a bike, or a car, because that happens in the real world, and so that's what will be happening in the IT world as well. That's the point which I'm trying to make. Okay, if you find these examples silly, please let me know. Okay, I'll try not to use it. But what I am telling you is what happens in the real world, that happens in the IT industry as well. That's what I wanted to tell. Okay, wonderful. So now this maintenance, sir, I know the bike, what happens, sir, in the maintenance servicing. When I send it to maintenance or servicing, what that guy will do, he will open the engine, he will change the engine oil, then he will check if the brakes are, these things are fine or not, and he will go for a drive. He will see, the other parts are working fine or not. Accordingly, if some part is issue, then he will say, sir, brake is a problem, we have to change the brake. then I will go buy that brake liner or whatever. He will change the brake liner, or he will say that, the some shoes, whatever I call it, I forgot, I don't go for my bike servicing anymore. But during my engineering days, I used to go sit over there because I was worried. My father used to say, when the servicing is happening, you have to go sit beside them, because they will take that original product, the parts, and replace it with the duplicate parts. So I used to go sit with him for 2 hours, okay, while the servicing is happening. Okay, so they will say that brake shoes is gone, that gone, this gone. Okay, so we used to go change it. So that's what happened in the two-wheelers. But what kind of maintenance will be there in the software? Okay, so there are two kinds of maintenance: normal maintenance and continuous maintenance. Okay, there are two kinds of things: normal maintenance, okay, and then second one is continuous. Continuous, okay, maintenance. सर ये नॉर्मल मेंटेनेंस क्या होता है, कंटिन्यूअस मेंटेनेंस क्या होता है, व्हाट आर दिस? ओके, नॉर्मल मेंटेनेंस इज somehow they are using, it's been into the production, people are using it. Okay, I see this is a WhatsApp na, we thought it was a WhatsApp na, it went into production. Now everybody is using, our Renuka is using, Aruna, Nandini, okay, everybody, Koteshwari, everybody is using. Okay, name Shireen, I try to pronounce your name, Izil, okay, okay, Sachin, everybody is using it. Okay, suddenly there is an issue. Okay, this happens, brother. There is a problem. Okay, there is a problem or issue. Okay, if the same problem happens in the testing phase, we call it as a defect and raise it. But that happens once you go into the production, we call it as a failure or a problem. Okay, some problem has faced. Okay, some problem is there. Okay, so now what happens? Okay, so let's assume, okay, more than 5 users, okay, more than 5 users are there in a what call we call it, conference call. Okay, some conference call is happening when more than 5 users are using it, in the WhatsApp itself. I'm talking about the WhatsApp product only. Okay, in the WhatsApp product only, when more than 5, let's say our Jagdish, Parthasarathi, Radhika, Alekhya, okay, and Manikandan, they went into a conference call on WhatsApp. Okay, then the quality of the call is not good, or one of the member is not able to speak. All the 4 people are able to talk, but one person is facing the issue. Or while doing the conference call, you can chat also, let's assume. Okay, the chatting is not happening, some problem has been happened now. Okay, the product is in production, everybody, all the world is using it now. Some corner, nook to knock corner case, like 5 people conference call, some defect, some problem is being faced. Okay, now what happens is they don't know anything about what is there in this build for, what kind of source code and all that. So obviously the WhatsApp people has to contact Infosys only. They will come to Infosys saying that, boss, when 5 people are, this is the problem, they will log that problem. Okay, so they will log it saying that, okay, when 5 people are there in the somebody is not muted. Okay, please mute yourself, guys. Somebody is not muted. Okay, so now they say that this is the problem that is being faced. You will, I mean, somebody from WhatsApp team, okay, WhatsApp team, or his company, they will raise this problem saying that, boss, here is the issue, here is the problem. Okay, then for Infosys, now what happens, this problem for WhatsApp, okay, this, it is given to Infosys, and when Infosys takes this problem, they will take it as a task means work. Okay, they will give a task number to it and say that, okay, we received this issue from the WhatsApp, this information from WhatsApp looks like it is the problem in the production. Okay, the customers of more than 5 customers are doing the conference, there is an issue. Okay, now this becomes a task for Infosys. Okay, task number is given and this becomes a task. Okay, now what happens? Okay, so the roles will be assigned. Okay, roles will be assigned in Infosys. Why? To solve the problem, or to fix the problem. Okay, fix the problem. Okay, now roles means what? A developer or a tester cannot obviously fix it. Okay, first the dev manager will understand which module this particular issue is. Then he will figure out which developer has worked on that module, and he will assign that work to that particular developer. Why? Because the problem needs to be fixed. Okay. Okay, are we clear so far? Okay, then somebody from Infosys or somebody or whoever for which the developer this problem has been fixed, okay, or assigned, they will fix the problem. Okay, they will fix the problem, they will fix the problem, and then you know then new build will come, and then new build will go into the production, and all the issues will be solved. There will be some problems where the developer need not have to get involved, okay, or most of the problems the developer will not be involved. So this problem comes, it becomes a task for Infosys. Okay, then roles will be assigned. These roles are nothing but production. Okay, this, what do you call them, the production support guys. Okay, so it goes to the production support team. Okay, why? Because the code is into the production and the issues are happening in the production, so there will be something called a production support team. It goes to that production support team. Okay, so they will fix the problem. Okay, they will fix the problem. Okay, it's sometimes the problem is very difficult and code level changes needs to be done, then it will go to the developer. But sometimes the problem is you just have to run a small query, so clearing the cache or clearing some data or some small Unix command. So those kind of issues will be there, for which the production support team will be there, and they will try to fix the problem and close this task and saying that okay, there is no code changes are required. Okay, we have done whatever is required, like cleaning up the data or cleaning up this cache or whatever it is, and then they will say that the problem has been fixed. So 99% or 90% of the times the problem production issues, okay, these kind of things will happen where the production support team will try to fix the problem by running some queries or Unix commands or some basic queries. Okay, again, don't try to understand. If somebody is totally new, they don't understand what is a query or what is a Unix commands, ignore it guys. All you need to understand is there is something called a production support team. What are they saying? They are supporting the production. Why? The code is there in the production. Okay, so since they are supporting what is there in the production, or supposing supporting in the production, supporting what is happening in the production, we call them as a production support team, and they will be fixing it. And most of the times it is like a simple task, simple work will be there, wherein they will be running some queries or some simple commands, and the problem will be fixed. The code level changes need not have to be done, so there will be no new builds. So there will be no new build. But sometimes the code level changes needs to be done, so that might be pushed into new release or the next phase or the next time. Okay, again I'm telling you, the next phase, the next release. Okay, I've already spoken to you what is a release. Okay, release 1, release 2, 3 days back. So the it will be pushed into the next release. This kind of things usually will be pushed into the next release, but these kind of things will be immediately solved. Okay, by the way, everybody understand by the word release guys? Release 1, release 2, I've spoken about it. WhatsApp only chatting, release 1. Okay, WhatsApp chatting plus voice call, release 2. WhatsApp chatting plus voice call plus video call, release 3. We have already discussed about these releases. Okay, so when there is a code level changes, typically that will be going into the next release. That will be going into the next release. Radhika says KGF2, KGF1, KGF2. Now KGF chapter 3 will be released as well. Okay, so Bahubali 1, Bahubali 2, Bahubali 3, no Bahubali 3 unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, so it might be pushed into the next release, but this kind of things will be fixed then and there itself, because there is no code level changes. So this will be happening. Okay, sir, this is the normal maintenance. Okay, it is happening once in a while, so this becomes a task, and this will be taken care by the Infosys. Or in case if they say that Infosys is not doing a good job, they want to give this production support to Wipro, then the Wipro guys will be taking care of it. Okay, now Wipro guys will be taking care of it. Wonderful, wonderful, superb. What is this continuous maintenance guys? This is a normal. Continuous means the issues are coming continuously. Okay, then somebody from Infosys will go and sit in the client place, which is the WhatsApp company, right? They will go and sit in, not in Infosys but WhatsApp company, and then continuously every day the issues are coming, problems are coming. So every day the tasks are coming. Okay, somebody from Infosys, let's say our Radhika. Okay, Radhika is into production support. Okay, she is a production support. Okay, lady. Okay, she is a part of the production support team. Okay, so what happens? Okay, so then Radhika was told to go to US. Okay, because WhatsApp company is there in the US. So Radhika will go from. She is working for whom? Infosys. She is working for whom? Infosys. Now WhatsApp company will say that we need a continuous maintenance. So what Infosys will do? Okay, they will process the visa of Radhika and send it to the WhatsApp company. Let's say it is there in the Caliph. Okay, Caliph means what? Caliph means what? Any idea, guys? Caliph? Any heard about this word Caliph? Ayyo, ayyo, come on. Shirin seems to know it.
California.
California, yeah. So WhatsApp company is
Yeah.
there in the California. So Radhika will be flying to California. Will be sitting in the WhatsApp company wherever it is. Okay, Mountain View or LA or San Francisco or wherever the company is. She will go there, sit in the company, and every day that these problems will be coming and Radhika will be taking care of these problems. Or she will say that, okay, I have an offshore team of 4 people, offshore team of 4 people. Okay, so Radhika will be flying to US. All her colleagues means who? Divya, Rohit, Mahender, Shireen, all these 4 people will be sitting in India in the same Infosys office. Okay, same Infosys office. Okay, who all is sitting? Shireen, Mahender, Divya, and Rohit. Now Radhika will be talking to the client and say that, oh, you face this issue. Okay, they'll talk to her, understand, and then she will outsource the work to the Infosys office, and all these 4 people sitting in India will be fixing the problem, and Radhika will be communicating to the client, who is the WhatsApp company. Somebody, let's say in the WhatsApp company, who is working? Let's say Prasad is working in WhatsApp. So Prasad will be the client for our Radhika. So Radhika will be communicating to Prasad, because Prasad works for WhatsApp company, Radhika works for Infosys company. So Radhika will talk to Prasad, or every day these problems will be documented and sending it to Radhika. Radhika has any problem understanding these problems, she will go talk to Prasad, and she will have a everyday call with these 4 people and explain all the things to all these 4 people. They will be fixing the problem sitting in India, and then sending out the mail communicating to Radhika saying that all these problems have been taken care, and Radhika will be coordinating it to Prasad and saying that all the problems are all the issues are solved. Okay, now the Radhika is working in onshore, and all the 4 people, Mahender, Shireen, and Abhishek and Isel, are the offshore team. Is the offshore team. Okay, understood, guys? And this is a continuous maintenance. Sir, every time there should be an offshore team? I'm just giving an example. Typically it will be. Okay, sometimes only one person may be good enough and Radhika can take care of all of it. Then you don't need an offshore team for that. Okay, understanding, guys? All of you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now in the software industry, people are talking about offshore, onsite, and work is being what do you say? Work is being outsourced. Okay, now you see, WhatsApp team is outsourcing the work to India. How? By keeping one offshore member and 4 offshore, one onshore and 4 offshore. Onshore means they are working from the client company. Onshore.
Client again.
Okay, client. Offshore means they are working from the company from India,
Country.
offshore. Okay, in India or in Bangladesh or Pakistan, or in every country now the IT industry is going. Okay, especially in countries like I don't know, I heard these days most of the work is going to India, and I forgot that country name. Venezuela. No, not Venezuela, some country. Anyways, okay, so offshore. Now you see, this is the offshore team. In the onshore team, only Radhika is working, and now WhatsApp company is outsourcing the work to India by keeping one onshore and 4 offshore. Okay, why onshore is important? Any idea? Just asking. Okay, sir. Philippines, wonderful. Rohit seems to have a lot of knowledge. Philippines is the country where a lot of offshore work is. So Rohit, tell me, what are you, buddy? I mean, you own a company? Vietnam, yeah, Philippines and Vietnam. That's what I am under. So Rohit, what are you? I mean, Jagdish and Rohit, do you own a companies here? Rohit?
No, Kumar, just casual, yes.
Because not many people know it unless you work in the IT industry. Philippines and Vietnam, the 2 people in US when I speak to, that's what they are telling me. Okay, a lot of the work
Because I
is
see
not
many
coming to
people
India.
are traveling Vietnam and Philippines. That's what I remember.
Okay, working as a recruiter. Wonderful. Okay. Nice. Superb. Okay. So yeah, because it's a quality work is being done in Philippines and Vietnam, and they are charging less, it seems. So the work is going over there. Anyways, so now my question is, Kumar sir, Radhika, now you send it to onshore. Okay, for the Infosys company, the expenses are more because to Radhika they have to pay in the US currency, and for all the 4 people who are working in India, you pay in the Indian currency. So instead of sending this one person to US, why can't we make all the 5 people work from India, so that as an Infosys company we will save the money? Okay, my question is that, okay, somebody can answer that, and everybody understood my question. What I'm saying is, I'm a head of Infosys. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm having 4 people work from India and one person work from US. Okay, I have to pay more salary to Radhika because I have to pay it in US dollars. Okay, and I have to take care of their residence, travel from India to US. Okay, flight tickets, the salary will be more, everything will be more. In India you have to pay very less. So why don't we put Radhika as well in the Indian team, and we make an offshore team of 5 people and get the work done? So this is very cheaper. Why we have to send Radhika over there? Just asking. Oh, somehow WhatsApp, I'm talking about WhatsApp company, and then my WhatsApp is coming. Yeah, anybody, I mean, you need not have to understand software for this. Simple street level little bit of knowledge. In Telugu we use a word called laukyam. Okay, just to pay attention. Okay, then you will understand why the one onshore is important. Okay, Rohit, I want everybody to answer. Why only Rohit? I'm just asking you guys, why? Just somebody unmute yourself and say that, Kumar sir, this could be because of this. Okay, it need not have to be right. What will I say if it is wrong? I'll say that this is wrong. Okay, or I'll say it is a good try. Why we need one person when there is so much money? I mean, for Infosys, you get the same money if all the 5 people are working from India, or one person from US and 4 people from India. Okay, but why Infosys or WhatsApp is taking the chance of paying more money? Okay, to Radhika. Radhika, you didn't go to US yet. Don't start feeling good about it. I wish everybody goes to US, but you are in India only. Okay. Support and knowledge transfer. Any issues coming, someone to be available from different time zones. One has a good understanding on the project. Okay. Production environment, on-site service. Wonderful. Whatever you said, everything is right. You have one person from Infosys representing them in the client location. Okay. They will be able to handle Prasad well. Okay, because you think about it, instead of online classes, if this was a classroom class, the impact will be more. Don't you think so? Instead of this online class, if it was a classroom class, okay, the impact will be more because there is a physical touch. I can see your faces, I can understand your expressions, I can know that whether you are easily understanding or not. Should I use more examples? Who is concentrating, who is not concentrating? Okay, similarly, somebody is speaking. Please mute yourself, I'm not able to hear. Aruna, looks like you have a very bad internet connection. I know you were trying to answer something. I respect that, but you seems to have very bad internet. Prasad, guys, is my voice breaking? Is my voice breaking? Everybody able to hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
No, 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 sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now it is fine. No, it is good. Yeah. So Prasad, it is not me. Aruna was trying to answer, and then her internet may be bad, because of which that background noise was there. Okay, no, voice is clear. Okay, thank you. So now Prasad also says that the voice is good. Okay, so wonderful, Prasad. Okay, I know you're a client. Okay, I have to agree to you whatever you say. Okay, so you are the money, you are the person who are paying money to Infosys, so you are the client. Wonderful. Yeah. So what happens is, when Radhika is there in California in the company, she can talk. If there is any issues, as you say, she can talk to them, understand well, and she will be there at that location for 8 hours. And in the 8 hours, she will talk to people, she will develop a professional relationship with all the people over there, understand who is important, who is not, for which issue whom should we go to, for which update whom should we update, how can we manage this, how can we explain this to the client managers, what we are doing offshore. Okay, how should we tell what is the value addition we are doing to the company every day. Okay, so everything is there. All the things will be taken care of Radhika, because Radhika will be working in California office 5 days a week, 9 hours a day. Okay, it is very, very important to build that professional relationships and understand who is the key person over there, for which problem whom we should go to. Okay, will the company, what do you say, contract will extend after 6 months or not? For those things, whom should we go to? Okay, so on the day-to-day problems, whom should we talk to? And instead of on the calls, okay, go to that person, sit with him, understand, then come back, and in the night explain it to the offshore team, saying that, oh, this is what you want. Okay, this is the information I got from the business analyst, and this is what it is, and he seems to be the key person. I've spoken to him, and this is how it needs to be taken care of. Like this. Okay, like this, one person working in the onshore is very, very important, so that the project goes smoothly. If everybody is working in the offshore, the timings in India is different, the timings in US is different. Prasad is a client, he might not want to work in Indian timings. Okay, because I say that I'll come to office at 8 o'clock, leave at 5 o'clock in US timings. Okay, but that timings will be night in US. Okay, that will be difficult. Night in India. Okay, morning timings, morning working timings in US will be night timings for India. So all the 5 people working in the offshore will be working in the, should have to work in the night. Again, they cannot keep calling Prasad, because Prasad represents WhatsApp company, not Infosys company. So they will be little hesitant to call him all the time, saying that, Prasad, I have this problem, Prasad, I have this problem, explain this to whom should we go to. But if Radhika is there, she will go to the right person. For Prasad might not be the right person for everything. Okay, she will go to the right person, or pull in the Prasad for the meetings. Officially she can pull in and say that, ask for all the things, update him, all the things. So that physical presence and working with the client company for 8 hours makes a lot of difference. That's why we have one onshore. Wonderful. Okay, are we clear, guys? Now we have covered all the phases of SDLC. So don't think that, okay, Kumar sir have taken 5 to 6 days and just explained only the SDLC. Don't think like that. In these 6 days, I'm sure you have learned a whole lot, not just SDLC. Is it right, guys? Is my statement right? You heard a lot of terms, understood a lot of terms. Okay, you went from point one to point two. Okay, see exactly how the things happen. Okay, wonderful, guys, wonderful. Okay, so now there are two sorts of testing. Now SDLC is done, guys. SDLC is done. Okay, SDLC is done. Okay, so today I'll try to close the class sharply at 7 o'clock, because I have somewhere to go. 1 minute, 1 minute, guys. Okay, so now the SDLC is totally done, guys. Today, so today I'm going to talk about one more thing, and I'll try to close the class because I have somewhere to go today. Cannot go beyond 7 o'clock. Okay, so there are two sorts of testings. Now SDLC is done. Let's come back to testing now. Let's start discussing whatever I'm going to discuss now. Now it's all about testing only, guys. It's all about testing only. Okay, now you see. Okay, there are two sorts of, let's talk about sorts of testing. Okay, so there are two sorts of testing. One is conventional testing. Okay, conventional testing. And what is the next one? Give it a guess. What is the next one? Give it a guess. Not too tough.
Unconventional. Unconventional.
Conditional.
Un-
Con
oh my god,
conditional.
wow. Okay, unconventional. Superb. Okay, yeah, it's not a rocket science. Anybody would have figured out. But anyways, it's a good try, and then that's what it is: conventional and unconventional. Okay, some people like to call it as non-conventional, but somehow they say unconventional, so I'll go with unconventional only. Okay, so so first let's talk about the unconventional. Okay, conventional testing, I've written it now. So let's talk about the conventional testing. Okay, so whatever you do, okay, okay, whatever, okay, whatever you do as a part of testing phase. Okay, as a part of testing phase, that is what is the conventional testing. Okay, so what do you do as a part of testing phase, guys? What do you do as a part of testing case? What is the first thing that you do? Okay, you understood the requirements, got the doubts, you raise a RCN, okay, clarification note, you got the clarifications. Then what do you do as a part of testing phase, or in the testing phase? Somebody unmute and tell me. Okay, what do? We have just discussed टेस्टिंग फेस में क्या करेंगे हम? Okay, पहले क्या करेंगे? टेस्ट केसेस लिखेंगे. Okay, we will be writing the test cases and then executing the test cases. Okay, or basically, when you write the test case and execute the test case, what you are actually doing, you are actually testing the application. Okay, testing the application. So you will be writing the test cases and you will be executing the test cases, and obviously, if there are any issues, then you will raise the defects and all that. So this is what is the conventional testing, guys. This is what is nothing but conventional testing. Okay, by the way, I'll deviate a little bit, okay, here, and I'll talk about something called AUT. Any guesses what is this AUT? Anybody? Any guesses? AUT? No? Okay, so I'll give you an example. Okay, here WhatsApp is being developed and
Test.
tested. In this example, sorry, somebody said something.
Application under test.
Wonderful. Okay, that is superb. Okay, you see here WhatsApp is being tested, right? Okay, the WhatsApp is being developed and tested. Okay, now my WhatsApp, the WhatsApp which is being developed and tested, that WhatsApp that is being tested is nothing but AUT WhatsApp. Let's say the ICICI banking application is being tested, then ICICI banking application is your AUT. Wonderful, wonderful, Mahendra and Sachin. AUT is nothing but application under test. Okay, under test. Once you get into the company, please mute yourself, guys. Please mute. I respect you. Okay, you want to unmute, you wanted to give the answer, it is fine. But once you have given the answer, mute yourself. Nahi yaar, nahi yaar, this is not happening. Okay, please mute yourself.
Yogita, can you mute?
Yeah, I'm muted. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so whatever the application that you are testing it, okay, that is nothing but application under test. Application under test. Please, 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 application. Please, please, please ignore the spelling mistakes, guys. Okay, don't think that Kumar sir, you can't even write the spellings correct. What do you do? What do you teach us? My focus will be on making sure how to make you understand that concept. So most of the times I'll be thinking that all the 43 students are able to understand it. Am I using some term which is completely new? If that is so, when to introduce that word? How do I explain this without that word? How can I explain this? My thought process will be always with that. Okay, because of that, what happens is my writing, my handwriting, everything will be bad. If you look at my handwriting, right, you will be totally perplexed. Nobody can understand. It is like a doctor's handwriting. Only I can understand. And when I start typing it, okay, there will be so many spelling mistakes. So please ignore it, guys. Okay, because my concentration will be, again, I'm telling you, 43 people are there in the class. Are they able to understand? Okay, am I introducing the new term? Okay, if it is a new term, I understand, but how come they will be able to understand? How to make it easy? So that thought process will be there, because of which I'll be missing this. Okay, please ignore it. Okay, because I know it is embarrassing. Okay, because small words also there are spelling mistakes, but you have to live with that. Okay, so these are any application that you are testing, that becomes your AUT. So once you get into the project, right, people are saying, okay, what is your AUT? Okay, did you get your build? Okay, start doing the testing for your AUT. If they start using the words, don't get overwhelmed, don't get surprised, don't get, oh my god, they are using the word AUT. What is this AUT? Nothing, boss. AUT means whatever the application that you're testing, that becomes your AUT. That's it. Okay, people always try to scare you. It's not about scaring you out. In IT, people like to use the short forms. I'm telling you guys, everything they will be showing. Okay, so by default they will be using it, and then you might get overwhelmed. Okay, but you want to understand all those. Okay, there is a word that the very first time I went into a software project, okay, my manager came over and said that let's have a meeting ASAP. Okay, this is the word he said. Okay, I went to the office at 9 a.m. Okay, IST. This is in US. Okay, my first company, okay, was in Richmond, Virginia. Okay, Richmond, Virginia. Okay, Richmond, Virginia. Okay, so I went to the it is what was the company name? Capital One. Okay, Capital One. Okay, I went to that company. Okay, 9 o'clock in the morning. Generally in US, the work starts at 8 a.m. But first day I was little confused with the routes and all that, so I went with it late, and I was already scared. So there somebody came over and they said, please go and sit in this. This is your assigned desk. Please go and sit over the desk. Okay, I went to the desk. I don't even know the username password of the system. I'm just sitting. I don't know whom to go and ask for it. Okay, I don't even know who is the manager. So as a person came and said, okay, I'm your manager. We will have the meeting ASAP. Okay, uh, go hit the meeting room, or go to the meeting room. We'll have the meeting ASAP. I understand all of it, but I didn't understood this word ASAP. Okay, and I was completely new to IT industry. Okay, anybody understands what this word ASAP?
As soon as
Okay,
possible.
As soon as
as soon
possible.
as anybody who worked in the corporates, they know it. Okay, but I was new. I didn't know it. Then I searched online. I said as soon as possible. Then I said, okay, why, for as soon as possible, why they have to make it hi-fi and then start using this? This is what was happening. Then on the following days, I started hearing this JFYI. Okay, FYI, JFYI, like this. There are so many words I started hearing. Then I got used to it. Okay, simply go to Google and search this and you will get it. Okay, any understands FYI? In the meetings they will say FYI. Okay, any idea what is this FYI?
For your information.
Wonderful, for your information. Okay, for your information. Okay, so info. Okay, JFYI,
Just for your information.
Just for your info.
just for your info. Okay, then after few months, one of this manager did this JFYI slash A. Any idea?
AM.
Not JFYI, FYI/A. Okay, this is
And
for your information, and also you have to action something on it, or you have to do something on it. A for action. Action means you have to do something on it. So it is for your information, and also you have to do something about this. Okay, so this, like this, there will be so many of the things, guys. So start getting used to it. Okay, and once you start hearing this AUT or ASAP, don't get overwhelmed. Simply on your mobile phones, do a Google. The first thing will come up, and then you will understand. Anyways, sir, conventional testing means whatever the testing we do, that is the conventional testing. Okay, I am going as a test engineer. What is the testing I am doing? I am doing the conventional testing. Kumar sir, then what is unconventional testing? Unconventional testing is nothing but, okay, generally these people we are calling it, okay, sorry, generally these people we call it as QA, where they will be checking the documents. Okay, checking the documents. Are they as per standards? Okay, every phase there is a document, right? First phase, what is the first phase? Requirement gathering phase. What is the outcome of this phase? What is the outcome of
B,
this phase, guys?
B,
Quickly,
BR.
BRD. So it is a document. So this unconventional, as a part of unconventional conventional testing, the QA guys will see if BRD is as per the standards of the WhatsApp company. Okay, the logo should be there, these many columns should be there, the description should be properly faced. Okay, so the role should be properly faced. Is as per the standards or not? They will open the document. They will not try to understand the content. They will not try to understand the business requirements. They will not try to understand anything, but it is as per the standards. Okay, so let's say, okay, Kumar is the BA. Okay, Kumar is the business analyst. Okay, so when Kumar has written this document, okay, there is something called version history in the document. Version history.
yeah.
Okay, version history. Okay, now Kumar has to write that. Okay, so this is version 1 of the document, BRD document. It is done by whom? Kumar Gupta. Okay, and it is done when? On August. Okay, August 1st. Okay, okay, so what is this one? Initial initial in initial document or initial draft. Okay, then there is not one business analyst, there is one more business analyst. Let's say the business analyst is Sachin. Okay, Sachin is the business analyst lead or something like that. Let's assume. Okay, he's not a business analyst, maybe he's a, let's say he's a business analyst only. Okay, business analyst 2, this is business analyst 1. Okay, now okay, version 2, what happened now, done by whom? Sachin. Okay, what he has done when? On August 2nd. Okay, when he has modified this document August 2nd. Okay, then he said this is a,
Secondary
okay,
document.
updated or modified version. Okay, or reviewed version. Okay, modified version after peer review. Okay, peer review means these two are peers. You understand by the word peer, guys? You understand by the peer? Everybody understands by the word peer? Okay, so if Kumar and Sachin are in the same roles or on the same level, okay, then they will become peers. But if Kumar is reporting to Sachin, they are no longer peers. Kumar works under Sachin. Okay, if Kumar and Sachin are working on the same level, they become peers. Okay, so this, they have done a peer review, which means that Sachin has reviewed the document done by Kumar Gupta. He has found some issues and he has modified it. So this is the modified version. Like this, there will be a version history. Okay, like this, there are hundreds of things will be there in this BRD document, which is checked by the QA for standards. Is these standards are followed as per the standards? The BRD document is written or not? That is nothing but QA. Are we? That is nothing but unconventional testing, and this is done by the QA. Are you understanding, guys? Are you understanding?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so is it clear, everybody? Is it clear, everybody? Or should I open a document and show it to you once? Is it clear, everybody? I think BRD document on one day I've shown it to you, na? Maybe one BRD document. Did I show the BRD? Or let me show you one test plan, okay? Just don't try to understand everything here, okay? But there was one BRD document which I've shown you, na? You have the links, guys. Anybody has that link? Anybody has that link? Can you send me that link quickly? Anybody? BRD document, somebody has, I think, sent that BRD document to me as well. I think in class notes. Anybody has that BRD document that I've sent it to you, or somebody has shared it in the WhatsApp group, I believe. Okay, wonderful. Radhika Reddy has sent it to me. So let me open that. Oh, Sridevi has already sent it to me. Okay, sorry, Sridevi. Okay, now you see, you open this BRD document, you see the name of the document should be here. That's what the QA will check. And who created this document? Kirti Menon. When? What is this version? Okay, the first version. Okay, you see the document version history. This is what it is. You see the date of it, the version number 0.1, and what is this? The initial draft, and also the name of the person should be there as well, which is missing. Approvals. Who has to approve this document? Okay, all these people have to approve, only then this document will be good. Okay, then you see the introduction, or TOC is missing, table of contents. Okay, TOC is missing in this document. That these kind of things the QA guys will check, and they say it is as per the standards or not. Okay, so are you understanding, guys? Are you understanding? Okay, so this is the work of the QA, which is what we call it as unconventional testing. Okay, whatever the outcome it is it as per the it is as per the company standards or not? This is not only the documents they will check the process as well. The process. Okay, give me some examples, sir. When you said they don't only check the documents, they will check the process as well. What is the process? Can you please tell me? Okay, for example, okay, once the BRD is done, okay, this should be stored in a shared location in the folder called, okay, phase 1, which is the requirement gathering phase. Okay, so shared location means, so you see this is the location on which I have stored the manual testing documents. Where I have stored, in which location? In Isha docs location I've stored all the manual testing location, manual testing documents. Is this a shared location? No, because only it is there in Kumar Gupta's system. Only Kumar Gupta can access it. This is not a shared location. If I can share it. Yeah, once you go to this, you make certain changes over here, then I can share this folder across to Swati, Sridevi, Radhika and everybody. Then this becomes a shared location. Now this is a private location in which all my documents are there, but once I share this location to Radhika and all those things, this becomes a shared location. Now the QA people will come and check, will come and check. Okay, let's say, okay, this is your project called, let's say this is your project called, okay, WhatsApp project. Okay, WhatsApp project. Okay, now they will check this WhatsApp project is there in the shared location or not, and all the team members are able to access this. Okay, now you see this folder called phase 1. Okay, phase 1 is what? Okay, requirement gathering phase. Okay, requirement gathering phase. Okay, like this there should be a folder called phase 2. Okay, phase 2. Okay, which is the analysis phase. Okay, now all the documents material which is related to the phase 1 should go into this folder 1. All the documents which is related to phase 2 should go over here. Like this, all the 6 phases documents will be there, and all this will be shared. Is it there in the shared location or not, and is shared with all the members or not? Okay, so there is a process, there is a proper, okay, structure which is there for this. And now the QA members will check that process, or is this company following, this Infosys company will following the process or not. Okay, like this kind of stuff the QA people will do, which is the unconventional testing. Are we clear, guys? All of you, are you absolutely clear with this conventional and unconventional testing, and what is the difference between a QA guy and a tester guy? Earlier I said QA, tester, everything I put it into one bracket. Now you clearly know the difference between a QA guy and a tester guy. If somebody is calling you a QA guy, you know what are your responsibilities. Somebody calling you a tester, you know what it is. Tester comes under conventional testing or non-conventional testing. One is conventional testing, 2 is non-conventional. Tell me, tester comes under conventional or non-conventional? Okay, 1 is conventional, 2 is non-conventional. Okay, QA comes under conventional or non-conventional? 1 is conventional, 2 is non-conventional. Wonderful. QA is just checking. They are not opening the application. They have nothing to do with the application. They don't try to understand the application, because they don't even try to understand the BRDs, SRDs and all that. This because they never have to write the test cases and do it. QA is more about process. QA is more about documents. Is it going as per the standards or not? Okay, so that is what is the QA. Okay, on this note we are closing the class. Tomorrow when we come back, we start about testing methodologies, levels of testing. Let's see how much we will complete tomorrow. Okay, then I'll talk about the environments, testing environment, production environment, and dev environment and all that. Then we go to the STLC, guys. Okay, wonderful, guys. Okay, superb. Okay. So let's close today. Any questions, please immediately tell me. Okay, and then we'll try to close it. Okay, so seems to be no questions. The video will be uploaded, and there's not too much of notes today, running notes, but whatever it is, I'll try to upload it tomorrow. Okay, thank you for joining the courses from Isha Training Solutions. Okay, please spread the word across to anybody who wants to learn manual testing. These classes are absolutely free of cost, as you can see. Whoever you think is beneficial, please send a link to them. Anybody can join. I don't have a problem. Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Any
you,
questions? Can I leave? All of you, can I leave?
Yes,
Sir.
yes.
Thanks, Kumar. Thanks for updating.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Perfect, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.